Hello and welcome to another gameplay review on the Virkayu gameplay channel, and in this one, while I'm not being interrupted by the announcer, is about Slayer RHAAST. That's right, we've had a lot of fighter RHAAST, hybrid tank RHAAST, we've had Gore Drinker building Shadow Assassins, we've had one-shotting Shadow Assassins building First Strike, but we haven't had a lethality building RHAAST. Now, this isn't a full-on straight-up lethality blue Kayn RHAAST game, it's something that's significantly more practical to someone called Flower Monkey. Now, and after the fiesta of the RHAAMU's game, same thing, the other day, and of course the Evelyn video yesterday, I thought, how about something streamlined, efficient, and worthy of his farming implement's name? Now, we are going straight up regular Conqueror runes, and I do have a bit more of a viable and regular, sort of Slayer RHAAST build in my Zada GG guide that centers on your, you can Prowler's Claw, but centers on your Eclipse and things like that, with a bit more lethality involved, Edge of Night, Cyril's Grudge, things like that. But in this one, we will have Manamune, we will have a Prowler's Claw, we will have a Guardian Angel, Cyril's Grudge I think is in the cards if we have time, plus a Black Cleaver, because the Black Cleaver still enables a lot of things that RHAAST needs. For example, stickiness, HP, and some shredding, because we don't have the overkill damage that the Shadow Assassin does. Now, we have warded early here, which of course, as we all know, against Nidalee doesn't do anything, because she'll just pounce this and yeet this up. Not such a fan of that one, but at the same time, you want to avoid Raptor stealing and flankings as well. Standard stuff, protect your entrances. We know that Nidalee gets leashed on the bottom side, does not show on this. We're going to keep F-King this as much as we can. We see the bottom lane here going for the 2v2, and most likely, if it's our games, we know our bottom lane will just straight up lose, right? Aurelia kills Jace, and Jace kills Aurelia. Such is the way. We finish our wolf camp here. I have to interrupt myself because this is obvious, right? They leash the enemy jungle, they go for 2v2s, they get low, the Nidalee shows up in the side lane. Yeah, this is, okay, the Ashe turn. Good champion, fun to play against. So, in this situation, you play Kayn as you play Kayn, right? You play RHAAST as you play RHAAST. You just have way more AD, so you have way more pseudo-tankiness through the obscene AD ratio, sustain, and damage you do. We have the Aurelia TPing back, we have the Jace TPing back, so much like the Nidalee, we're going to capitalize by ganking it, and hopefully your Jace doesn't knock her out of your W, because good grief, what a waste of time. Now, the Nidalee did show up here. As the Nidalee, if you're in the Nidalee situation, can I rotate 100% get kills? Because I know the enemy jungler sequencing upside could vertical jungle me, I could be really screwed by showing this. You have to be certain that's what you want to do. Now, what I love about the way that Kayn played this was, and this is something, that was rude, something I really want you to think about as we go for the 1v1 here. If you are doing a full clearing jungler pathing upside, and you see top laners kill each other, fist each other, TP into doing it again, don't finish your red and Krugs. Cut short, go up, specifically when you're against other junglers that might also full clear, because you will now have that tempo advantage, right? You'll have the ability to get there before the enemy jungler and then fall back to your camps, and now you have the lane prior. Nidalee is doing what Nidalee does, doing the Raptor camp afterwards, shadowing this, knowing that the Kayn's going for the 315 crab out, smiting him. We, cry a little bit of a tear. Spoiler for the item we buy in this game. And she tries to force the issue a little bit. So good thing that we protect our flanks a little bit. Jace helps us out after we helped him out. We'll fall back to red, we'll fall back to Krugs. And now we know Nidalee's going to be in the vicinity. Is she going to want to coin for this lane even more? As Kayn, it's something you do have to track and do have to understand that there may be a 2v2 coming up here. Shadow, you get the pings from the Nidalee. You know the Nidalee's on this, going to be shadowing up. This is Hyelo Korea. So they're tracking this stuff, they're understanding this stuff. And Kayn just says, look, you're overly pushing here. I know the Nidalee's going to show up. There she is. We can scan. Don't stop to finish the ward. Go in and save your W. Oh, nice Q by the Aurelia, but it's too late. Nidalee goes in. Ooh. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. We're tanking a full wave. Jace is watching us tank the full wave. We're doing all the damages and absorbing all the damages. If you're a ranged top laner, please just help us. Like, they can't attack you and attack me, so just attack them. Maybe I survive, things like this. Don't stop to clear the ward. Just rotate in, and if you die, it doesn't matter. We got a whole bunch of red orbs, courtesy of the Aurelia as well as the Cougar form Nidalee. So nice and juicy haul for us. We have here the Lysandra moving to the bottom lane, killing our Ashe. That's, mid lane gap at this point. But Talia will make this up, I'm sure, I'm hopeful. Double kill, our bot lane dies. We have now gone to the Nidalee shows very briefly. Nidalee shows here very briefly going for the double scuttle control. And she will know that Kayn most likely did his Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, well, she knows 100% he did Gromp, Wolves, Raptors with the blue involved, all the way up to the top lane so that the Raptors' Krugs respawn timer is down, and decided, you know what, most likely the dude's gonna wanna we yeet that away. You take Scuttle, we take back our Gromp. She knows most likely the guy's gonna try and 3-quadrant down to help this bottom lane by doing the Raptors, Wolves, Gromp, and so tries to cheekily sneak in. And if it's gone, she knows where he is pathing upside. So either way, the scouting is good for her. She gets all the knowledge she needs. That does open her up a little bit here to some counter jungling, which Kayn looks like he's interested in doing. We have the Lissandra in the mid lane for the rotation. See, here we go. He's not checking the bush, and this is why you drag camps into the bush. We had the Evelynn dragging the camp against the Elise that we saw in yesterday's video, and we have the same thing here with the Nidalee dragging the camp. That Kayn doesn't see her until he activates a scanner. He activates a scanner a little late. I think if you're going to do this, you want to scan already from here, so you can see if you're spotted on a ward here. So sorry to pause it, but that's, I think, crucial to note. Here we go. We get 6 from the extension. We're 2 levels up on the Nidalee, which is absolutely huge when you have good sequencing. The Lulu does roam. We are able to make sure that we hit that double W. We Q to avoid the Talia's W, even though that's our Talia, so we didn't avoid it at all. And we get a double kill. Ooh. This was spicy. Excellent mechanical plays. Well played. We even dodged our own team's ability. How beautiful is that? Talia now uses her limited mana resources to go to the bottom lane, and we get trapped on the wall. We'll say, that's fine. We can queue over and get another assist. What a nice little sequence, and it shows the crucial nature of your optimized camp sequencing to get 6, as well as how, by extension, you push waves, hold waves, and sit in proximity to waves. In short, waves sound like an audio engineer. Although in astrophysics, we do like our waves too, pretty much. Everything. So, you know, we have here the Kayn doing a 4-camp cutting to the top lane, getting this, with the Nidalee wasting a lot of resources down here, and then wasting a lot of resources here and dying, and then shadowing this and getting basically nothing because the Kayn steals away the Gromp. She gets her second spawn Raptors, but the Kayn's able to capitalize, shadow on the minion's death here, and get 6. So it is definitely a more risky play from the Kayn, and yes, he is waiting to get 6 from those minions so he can dive the Lissandra, but are we really interested in diving a Lissandra? Depends on the waves, depends on the HP, depends on the spells available and what mid laner you have on your team. But the most important thing is using your Q mobility to get double procs to ensure that that W hits as many targets as possible. You notice how he's holding his W. He's not just using it initially and people are dodging it. He's attacking, he's baiting, he's forcing them to use spells and mobility, and then he's using it when it's a guaranteed slow that he can use to gap close and, of course, auto attack all the way down. Now, we are not quite at our transformation point for RHAAST because we got Shadow Assassin, and unlucky for us next to those fights. But that's okay. We can go ahead and accelerate that process by saying, hey, look, it's time to go topside here. Let me rotate. Jace, you died, I see. Oh, good grief. What's going on in the top lane? Who the hell knows since we've been here? Clean up a kill. Always look F key for this kind of stuff. It's incredible how many dives and cleanup kills are missed by junglers who are just kind of narrowly looking at their Krugs and Raptors. So, well played. Unlucky we did get blue form there, but you know what? The quality of life changes that came back a couple years ago, huge. But, you know, it used to be much harder, and it used to be about always the debates, you know, don't gank the lanes with a melee because you want blue Kayn. I mean, it's so stupid. You know, it's like Kindred with Marks. You just got to jungle at some point, and if the design of the champion doesn't allow you to flourish with you playing the role, you know, it's a bit of an issue. But now, of course, much better reality for our form swapping. And we should be able to get RHAAST pretty damn soon. Not Aurelia, who's this? Nidalee and Lissandra show in the bottom river for this RNG scuttle. We are using the tempo to get the most important thing for fast game wins, Herald. We now have mid laners rotating on both sides of the map. We are scanning in here. We have the blue available from us. They say, right, this looks kind of dodgy. Is Nidalee on the Gromp? Is she invading the camps here? Is she pushing this? No idea. We'll check. That's very nice of you. And good respect. See the Nidalee, fear the Nidalee, respect the enemy jungler. Just let him push in. Don't die. It's the most important thing. Kayn, in the meantime, can just go steal the blue, steal the wolves, and steal the Gromp. This is crucial counter jungling. Now, we do have the Prowler's Claw completed, which again, huge atomization spike. We are up 21 CS at this point, and I'm sure that will get exacerbated quite extensively. We're up 2 levels. Remember the Evelynn video, the main channel video I just put out, the Olaf video, all talk about different strategies for different types of junglers on how you can get these 2-level leads. This is another one. This is a way more proactive and fightery way of getting the 2-level lead while optimizing your farm. The Evelynn's about not getting those ganks off, but using good sequencing and counter jungling and opportunistic pathing to get that 2-level lead. And Yellow's just about straight up brute force using my power. We have the stopwatch being used. Oh, nice W by the... You know what? That's impressive. So I will take those 2 assists, even though it should have been 2 kills. Nice W, you know, last ditch W by the Talia. That is a crucial aspect of skilled players. Being able to turn bad scenarios, you know, like the Thresh Death Hook, or in the Zyra cases, we have our Death Root. If you can hit crucial spells as you're dying, crucial CC spells, you will really help your team out if they're around there to clean up. You know, try and give your team the best shot to actually win on it. 2 levels up, the Jace says, I solo kill. Nidalee like, I'm here to gank, and Kayn says, hello. Prowler's Claw, double Q, auto attack, ult, leave from deep inside her and hit the W to finish, and Q again to reposition. Beautifully done, straightforward, simple. RHAAST is now available to us. Activate this. What is this? Herald, there we go, it's Friday. 2.5 plates, it's almost perfection. And you know what? At the end of the day, the top lane impact that we've had has helped the Jace really usher in his advantage. Imagine transforming in base and not next to a tower. Come on now. Hey, well, thank you so much, sir. Off we go using our E through the tower, through this little nodule. We don't make it because we're limited in that regard, but it doesn't matter. We're more chatty, we're 700 pounds, and we're probably 7'5". So basically we're Cassante, but better, bigger, and faster. That wasn't the right order of words, but you get my meaning. Out of base here, we're going to go for the wolves, and then we see, hey, their bottom lane is moving to the mid lane. No, let me hold this wave. Crucial. Again, I got to stop saying the word. The word of the week is crucial. A couple of weeks ago it was of course, now it's crucial. I wonder what the word of the week will be next week. What word will I overuse? Happens when you're commentating a lot and you bring it up in coaching or someone says it in coaching. But yeah, hold the wave here. You know, Talia's dead or not in the picture, doesn't really matter. Nice W. We are going to just see the Nidalee top side. We know that they didn't opportunistically take a dragon. We do have a huge gold lead, but again, it is on us. You know, the gold lead is very much in RHAAST, and Jace, of course, like basically that's the entire gold lead. Mid is not seeing that gold lead realized. Bottom lane is up a little bit. Support's actually a big difference because of the double kill in the Ashe. Move into their jungle here, 2-level elite. This, you gotta do this. Prowler's Claw on Prowler's Claw on RHAAST. We will have a W. We get condemned. W from the Talia. We choose to go on the Vayne instead. We get Polymorph, and we're going to ult through here. She's going to flash wall. We're deep inside her. We're going to reposition towards the wall. Double Q. Doesn't matter that she... Well, double Q. Q in, so it doesn't matter that she tumbles invisibility. The Lysandre's forced to ult herself. We're auto-attacking. Look at the damage. Look at the absolute damage here. We have 227, obviously. Added damage from map, another 215. We're going to need movement speed. We're getting lethality. This is a huge package for our Kayn in this form. The damage we do is disgusting. Now, we have gone for the Black Cleaver second. Why? Because the HP is critical, haha, against this comp. A lot of range. We will struggle to stick to them. That's why we want to use our E appropriately. Our Q, we don't want to waste the gap close, so we can use a Prowler's Claw active. We have our Blue Smite as well to help with that. The angle of approach in that W must hit those things. I almost said it again. But the stickiness factor when we need to auto attack and continue a long drawn out fight against multiple range targets, that Black Cleaver will be absolutely huge. Not to mention you get lethality plus armor shred when you have a pretty armor based team. Well, that being said, Ashe is going AP and Talia's AP, so it helps with the Kai'Sa, it helps with the Jace. So, hey, again, another rotation, another kill, 10-1-5. This is... I think this is, people are learning, at least when you look at, nice spear, well, if you missed that, I'd be concerned. People are learning, like with Kindred, when Korea shows you, just give it up, man. Give it up. You're not going to get it. Body block. Use a spear to body block. Yes. 2-1. Prowler's Claw. W, hit the Lulu. It's not who I intended to hit, but I'll keep going. Cancel auto, but we get the Q through. R again. Reposition. Q for mobility. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Huge. Huge. Oh, we eat the spear again. You see, the HP alone from the Black Cleaver is doing work. The stickiness and the shred and the haste, beautiful things, right? Absolutely beautiful things. But health carved 173 just since we got it. It'd be interesting to see how that works against a more armor stacking comp in a longer game. But as I was saying, when you watch a Korean Kindred, a Korean Kayn, I don't know why people play passively and then say, well, how do I win this 45-minute games? The whole idea of jungle is to push leads, amplify leads, remove enemy junglers, and use that to get objectives such that you can win the game as fast as possible. Whether you're a scaling jungler, a late game jungler, early game jungler, the goal is the same. Because if you're a late game jungler or a snowballing jungler, and you're not exactly primed for weak early games like Kayn is, it doesn't mean you can't reach your apex sooner. There's a whole message of the week in the main channel videos. This is how you reach your apex sooner. And once you do that, why hold back? And it's crazy. It's like Kales. Kales will get level 11, everyone else on the map's level 9, and they'll just go back to farming like, I need 16. You don't need 16. And that's something Kassadin players understand significantly better. Kassadins know once their apex is close and they're ahead of everybody else, Predator, Apex Predator, around the map, Apex Predator. RHAAST is the same thing. Become and cosplay and roleplay the behemoth within when you're playing Slayer, RHAAST, and getting a lead. It's obscene. Look at this wave, all by itself. And, you know, I will say dragons are a huge mental good thing for your team, right? Good mental stimulus for your team. So if you have open dragons and these invades are not possible, like he did, you know, earlier on, then for sure, take a dragon. If they float on down to fight, we have the lead, we'll win it. We're going to stack this up next as well. That's really where you want to look at it. Now, you can go Shrildas next. You could look at Edge of Nights and things like that, although I'm not really a particularly huge fan of that. I still prefer when you're going Slayer in terms of lethality builds. You still kind of have some stuff that RHAAST enjoys. Most notably, the GA, the Black Cleaver, I think are really, really big. And if you really need them more, use them all. And there's nothing better as RHAAST than playing off of CC. Point and click, reliable CC from your team into your W. We love it. We absolutely love it. Look at this again. Activate the Herald, see people pushing the mid lane for bounties. They cannot leave their jungle. They cannot leave their area. Look at this again. Here we go. We don't have, obviously, the E spam that a Shadow Assassin will have, which is that is unfortunate, and you do feel it, but Smite, Q, dead. 305. It's not, I mean, the numbers are not going to be that amazing, really, but against a squishy comp, where potentially you want a bit more sustain and your team doesn't have a lot of front line, people say, well, should I go RHAAST and tank RHAAST? Go RHAAST for sure if you need a little bit of that front line and engage and CC, especially against highly mobile comps. But don't go Bruiser. Don't go this. Go Slayer. Go Lethality. This is a bit more conservative because essentially the logic here is, yeah, you could afford to go more damage, but because you're so far ahead and the Prowler's Claw plus Mana Moon plus the AD component and haste of the Black Cleaver is enough damage for us, and they're never going to be able to kill us without sustain, the HP takes us over the edge because they will never be able to kill us with that added HP component, right? So that's the whole logical thing here. And you could honestly just rush a GA at this point, but we're gonna go for the last whisper. There you go. True damage, true sustain. The GA is a good one for the last item, I think, 100%, because there is still possibilities. They can peel you, kite you, and deal with you if your team throws, and if you fail to realize this kind of snowballing shove. So then, yes, a GA I think is 100% the move. But if you're so far ahead and a Moor is better and Death Stance is better, or even a Ghost Blade, I mean, knock yourself out, really, if you're that far ahead. You can build really whatever you want. And then clickbait it on YouTube as a new S+ build. But in this case, Prowler's Claw, Mana Moon, Shrilda's Grudge, Black Cleaver GA, that is an S+ build, and that is an actual Slayer Kayn build, so... Eclipse is also viable for you. Remember though, with Eclipse you get different bonuses. For this one you get lethality, so it does help your flat armor pen, effectively what that is. And against squishies, that's all you need. Against tanks, you need percentage, different ball game, but in this case, really we have thoroughly dismantled their team. And yes, our bottom lane played well, but our Kai'Sa's 136. It's not like our Kai'Sa did much, right? Our Kai'Sa didn't do much. We just contorted the map around us, and we just kept pushing these waves and holding these waves. We're 12, 1, and 6. You know, you have 18 to 28 KP, you have good KP, you have the highest on your team. Your team is just pushing towers. And that, you'll note, is more of a high elo thing. When, you know, you have the lead and your team plays off you, they just start pushing towers. In lower elo, they're not always going to push those towers and push those advantages on the map while you're pushing another wave. So you will have to rotate to those fights. Don't get me wrong, I know that. But you're Kayn, so... what's stopping you? On that note, I've noticed that both channels, the likes are down. So if you do enjoy these videos, please smite the like. I was going to say hit the like button. Smite the like button. There we go. It does help. It does push. And Flower Monkey would appreciate you showing love for this snowbally Slayer RHAAST gameplay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now, we do have the El Barron spawning, and this is where your low elos will throw. This is a gigantic ass gold blade. I don't think anyone could possibly throw this, but it is impressive that no one has surrendered. We are 4 levels up, and again, my whole goal, my whole mantra about jungling, and I've been focusing on this, even my own style. I've had lower KP this season than I have the lowest KP I've had an average since Season 8, actually, where I played a lot of Kayn. And I just did map control stuff because the meta was entirely different. But with Mundo, I'm just up like 50 CS very, very quickly. 30. I mean, I was Flame Horizon the guy in 22 minutes the other day. I was up 96 CS by 22 minutes. And that's 100% true. Posted it in my Discord while I was doing the game. You know? So the map control facet here, really pushing these advantages and snowballing as fast as possible, getting 2-3 level leads over enemy junglers. It's fundamental to my current personal view of the jungle. And, you know, the nice little 21-minute Baron is something I always push for. Hey, let's flash Proudest Lord Condemn. Doesn't really matter because we have our ultimate and we miss our W because she repositions with the ability known as Flash. Beautiful, quick, efficient, 200... Actually, you know, I'm making that joke and this guy actually has gone and done it. Flame Horizon is one of my coolest challenges that's almost mastered here. Like in the challenges in the climb, but this guy's actually 206 CS to 88. This is the kind of domination I want you to inflict with Kayn. Don't think of him as a late game powerhouse. He is a late game powerhouse. But think of him that once you get fed early, get early form, and you jungle properly, and you float properly, and you cut your clear when you need to cut your clear, and you defend your counter jungling where you need to, and you don't allow the enemy jungler to get off the ground, and then you push and use your lead as soon as possible for dives and invades. I don't know what else to tell you. We have the Cerulea's Grudge in the pocket there. The damage from the Paralysis Cold, not that much, but about 500. The health carved, 700. You know, the bonus damages don't really matter because they die so damn quickly. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. A little bit of a more snowbally, quick, efficient game because we've had a lot of, you know, 25 to 30-minute games, and the Rams game was even longer with the Fiestas. It's nice to see a good old-fashioned clean game where we actually see the full vision of closing and winning by 21 minutes. That should always be your goal. If you want to know how to do that more appropriately, I did just release a main channel video explaining just that. Zada GG guide for Kayn is linked below. Go ahead and have a look. This build is in there. Just choose it in Champion Select. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, and comment below how you're enjoying the end of the season. And as always, I will see you all in the next tutorial.